Tonight we're in the Grand Hyatt just looking at some of the older vintages of Tahbilk. One of the things that Tahbilk's most famous for is its longevity and its ability to endure, which is something which is increasingly important with many Australian wines. And so I'm pretty excited to see, we're seeing a body of work here tonight from 96 through to the 01s. I've just had a quick taste of everything. All the 01s are looking spectacularly good. We're about an hour to 2 hours before drinking. I'm not decanting. I'm just opening them and let them do their thing. We're starting off with reserve Shirazes. We're doing 96, 98 and 96, 97, 98. And then we're going on to the Eric Stephen Kubrick after that. Just to get a feeling and an overview for what the quality levels are like in these wines. And we'll report back later in the night. Thanks.
Has 3 or 4 children. She's very happy. She manages a millionaire from Madison. So she's very happy.
Well, my husband was born and raised in Brazil. His parents adopted from Amsterdam.
Quick feedback on the Tahbilk dinner that we had recently. It was really interesting to look at this at the 90s, which you very seldom get a chance to see at 3 different levels. So we saw the Reserve Shiraz as the entry level, although there's plenty of other estate stuff that they make. Then the Eric Stephen Kubrick, and then we looked at the 1860 vines. Comparing 96 to 98, which is the thing I was most interested in, I've been quite concerned about how the 98s, many of the premium 98s seem to be losing steam. And whilst they're at their zeniths now, starting to look like that flattening out at their peak performance is not going to be as long as one hopes. And then looking back at the 96s, they're actually across the board in better shape, which was a really interesting thing to note. I think the wine of the night, all the 1860s were great, but I think that the one which shone for me the most was probably the 01, followed by the 96 1860 wines. I'll list all the wines we had a look up behind me on the screen, but certainly it proves the point. Oh, and not forgetting the 93 Marsanne in Magnum, which Nigel brought. Thanks so much, mate. It was fantastic to see the longevity of the whites and just how well that was holding itself together. So a really good night and an exercise well worth doing. Cheers.